Hi everyone, welcome back to this channel. I guess some of you are wondering why exactly this pair of sneakers. Well, because you don't usually use these sneakers till you actually need them. So this was my case. I was doing many hours on feet for a long period of time and now I am paying the bill. So because of that I needed some recovering shoes. And this could be that solution because they have plenty of cushioning. There are already many videos on YouTube with them, but I thought I should make one just to share my experience with them. As always, we started with the unboxing and now a quick look to see how well they are made. I know that this big midsole is not for everyone. I can understand that. But for those that actually do many hours on feet, this kind of sneakers make sense, you know. I've always been a big fan of fresh foam. I have another pair, 1080 V9, which already have 3 years and they are still okay, and they are the most comfortable sneakers that I have right now. So when I see that more fresh foam is available, obviously I was curious to know how they are and have them eventually. I did check them few weeks ago in the store. I liked them. I didn't buy them back then, but a few days ago I did finally get a pair for myself. I remember that few weeks ago somebody was asking me on my channel what kind of sneakers it should buy for standing on feet many hours, and I was actually recommending these sneakers, you know, based on the first impression that I have with them once I tried them in the physical store. I've seen many reviewers on YouTube said that they could be the sneaker of the year because they have so much cushioning, so plush feeling and everything. So based on that, I wanted to buy a pair for myself. So how they are in general? Well, they are very well made. They are a bit thick, that need for me. Doesn't let the air to flow as much as the 1080 V9 or V10 or V11, for example, or even Ultra Boost 21, which are all a bit better made, a bit more airy. As you can see, the sole has a combination of rubber and foam. Usually I like it a bit better when it has only rubber. I don't want to see foam in the sole, but anyway, I hope they will last. A New Balance Fresh Foam 1080 V11 also has some foam in the sole, and I also didn't like it as much as version V9. And although I like it a lot, that pair, I had to give them back just because of that thing, because the sole, it wasn't completely with rubber made. The interior, I will describe it, that is made more or less like 1080 V9, 10, 11, they are the same. Even the Ultra Boost 21 is very similar. What I mean by that is they have that thin layer of foam over the Ultra Boost material or fresh foam material. One thing that I noticed is that these particular sneakers have a bit more padding than others. For example, inside, in the toe box, I noticed that they have a material very similar with merino wool, which is very soft. And that means in the summer you can receive a bit more heat that you like it, just because of that very soft material. Here we have the second sneaker of this pair. Like the first one, this one didn't have bad stitching or too much glue or you name it. They seems to be well made. In the shot we can see that they had been reinforced around the laces, at least on the bottom side. One thing that I noticed is that the logo is not reflective. The insoles, they are made with soft foam, very similar to the ones that you can find in 1080 V11. In this shot we can see the size of these laces and the upper of these sneakers. We have a better look here. Yes, that tongue has a bit more padding that I will like to see in this kind of sneakers. And now the weight test. To be honest, I didn't expect to be so lightweight. Here I have my older 1080 V9 sneakers. They had been washed last night because I was doing some painting with them, so they have some paint all over the sneakers. About the quality, how they are built, I will say that 1080 in this case is way superior than more V3. You can see here the sole is full rubber. This is how it's supposed to be for all the sneakers, in my opinion. And here I have some on-fit shots with the sneakers. Because they have this kind of cushioning, I think they could be very easy a sneaker for everyday use. Yes, those laces, they are quite large. 100 centimeters would have been more than enough for size 41.5 or 18 US. About the cushioning, I will say that only after 1 hour you will feel it, how good they are, because at first they were like a bit firm in comparison with 1080 V9. And to let you know how much cushioning have these sneakers, for me at least, they are the new benchmark in cushioning in sneakers, all the sneakers that I tried so far. I know that in this shot you cannot see how much they have, but trust me, my heels, They wouldn't even know they are touching something. That is how much they have. It's amazing, to be honest. Many sneakers have this kind of cushioning, but in general they have it only on the heels and not on the rest of the foot, and in this case is almost the same on the heels and the forefoot, for example. So that's amazing. Here I'm pointing with my fingers where my big toes are. I would say they are true to size. They have left like 2 centimeters or almost 1 inch from the end of the shoe, and that is how it's supposed to be. It's okay, so good sizing here. On the lateral, I don't have that issue that I have with Ultra Boost 21 this year. Here I have them on my feet with 1080 V9, and I would say that is a big difference in between them. 1080 V9 took a bit better the shape of my feet because they are so old, so they fit perfect in that matter, but the cushioning is not superior to the more V3, and that's a fact. In the shot you can see that the sizing is the same, no difference there. That's why for me they are true to size. And now some on-fit shots from lower angle. At first I was afraid that they will look a bit too bulky on my feet, and I have to say that is not the case. They are a bit larger than normal sneakers, but it's not that much. Here you can see a bit the level of the cushioning. That's why I said it's amazing, for me at least. And I've tried it for the first time. I was blown away. In this shot we can see them in a lower angle, both of them, and you can see a bit better how much is the difference in between them in that midsole. This is how they look after a few hours outside. They didn't change too much, obviously. This is the left foot, as you can see. And now the right foot. It's almost the same like the left foot. No sign of use till I start to check a bit the outsole, and you'll see in a second what I'm saying here. I have to say that I was speechless once I've seen that they're already losing the sole. I can only hope that this was an error from the fabrication process and happened only to me, but I cannot be sure of that. So now pros and cons. Pros will be everything in this shoe, and cons will be this sole. And maybe the padding, it's a bit too much for my taste. So do I recommend these sneakers? Well, I do recommend to try them and to see how good the cushioning they can have. And when you are trying others, you will know what to search for. If you decide to buy them, it's on you, obviously. So I will end here my review. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time and have a nice day. And by the way, if you have this pair, please write in the comments. I want to know how they work for you. I'm very curious to know. Thanks.